I was driving home from work that day, heard the news on the radio. Everyone was talking about it. Things that bizarre and horrible you just don't hear about on local news in a community as small as the one I grew up in. I didn't think much of it though. At the time, I didn't think much about anything that went on in the outside world. I was trapped in my own world, and as cold and painful as that world was, I didn't want to escape from it. At least, I didn't think I did. Hey, Ray. I hope you don't mind me coming in. I parked out back and I saw your garage doors open and I... So anyway, how you holding up? Alright. Boy, I don't know how it doesn't drive you crazy, all this solitude. I mean, being surrounded by all these woods and all, it's just so quiet. So, did you hear about all the, Yeah, I heard about it. So listen, Ray, everyone's been kind of worried about you. Nobody's seen you at church in weeks. Been busy. Look, Ray, I know it's been rough on you ever since you lost Gloria, but keep disconnecting everyone, you're just going to make things harder on yourself. Tell you what, we're having a food drive down at the Fellowship Building this Sunday. Why don't you come out? Don't have time. Ray, all religions are cults, Mark. You know I don't go in for that sappy nonsense anymore. Alright, well, why don't you give me a call when you're feeling better, huh? I'll see you around. That night I had the same thing to eat that I've been having for 2 months. Dinner alone. That was when I saw the first signs. I grabbed my flashlight and went outside to see what the commotion was. Probably just a rabbit or a deer. Hell, even a squirrel will throw those damn dogs into a frenzy. Whatever it was out there scampered away as soon as I got close to it. Couldn't make out what it was. The next day I got home from the grocery store, the first outing I'd had in 2 weeks. I casually flipped on the radio.
Hello and welcome back to 95.8, your number one source for Redwood County local news. We are continuing our discussion on the grisly findings that were uncovered yesterday morning on a local trail near Redwood Lake. Police discovered about 30 hours ago the deceased body of a female collie which appears to have been killed by means of a ritualistic sacrifice. What's particularly distubing about this event is not the fact that the body was surrounded by etchings of pentagrams and religious symbols, but the means by which the animal was killed. The butchered dog that was found hanging from a tree appears to have been skinned alive.
That night, dinner alone. Again. Turkey sandwich. Same thing I'd had every meal for a week. Just me, the turkey sandwich, and memories. And fear was soon to join the company. Hello? Is anyone out there? That was when I first saw it. I held my flashlight up to the trunk of one of the trees, etched in white paint, a pentagram, enclosed by a circle, some form of runic writing below it. it got away again. The next day I invited Mark over. I'm telling you, man, you need to take this seriously. I already reported it to the cops. What more do you want? Ray, I just don't think you fully appreciate how dangerous this could be. I mean, you heard about... Yeah, I heard about the mutilated dog, yeah. You don't think it could be the same people, do you? Ray, how often does something like that happen in a town this small? Never. There have been rumors about devil worshippers at that lake for decades. They've never been true. They are now. Look, Ray, you saw the symbols on your trees. These are some seriously psychologically disturbed people that you're dealing with. You need to arm yourself, and not just with weapons. Only God can give you the strength to overcome something like this. Religion is what drives those people out there to commit atrocities, Mark. Religion is what gives people like you hope. You can't accept reality like I have and accept the fact that I will never see glory again. I've said it before and I'll say it again. All religions are cults. That night I slept with a machete and a fully loaded .45 next to my bed. Except I didn't sleep. Couldn't even blink. I knew they were out there. I thought I knew what I was dealing with, but even after assuming the worst, I had no idea who I was dealing with. Or rather what I was dealing with. Who's out there? Max. Max. Who's out there? I'll drop every one of you villains! I understand now. Those people out of my woods. I understand their philosophy. Death is not the end. Death is but the beginning. I know now that I will finally see my Gloria once again. As for those people I gunned down, I have no remorse. After all religions are cults.
And our top story tonight, authorities have apprehended local man Ray Johnson as the prime suspect in a mass homicide case. Ray became a widower 2 months ago when his wife Gloria Johnson died of cancer. After finding pentagrams and other religious symbols drawn on tree trunks in Ray's yard, which forensics say Ray painted himself, authorities believe it was Ray who was behind the infamous animal mutilation found near the lake 2 days ago. Police say that when a church van showed up at Johnson's house last night, he exhibited symptoms of paranoia. After apparently killing his own dog with a machete, authorities believe Johnson gunned down 6 members of his former church, who were visiting him to see how he was doing since he had isolated himself following the death of his wife. All 6 of the bodies were found at a creek in the woods surrounding Ray's home. Ray is currently in police custody, and a solid conviction has already been predicted.